Alongside my dad, Norm LaMadeline, and the new look, Marty Mad Dog. Marty.
Yes.
We like it very much.
Thank you.
Looking good, Marty.
He's looking 20 years younger.
There we go. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, looking good. I'm Matt LaMadeline, and welcome to the show, of course. We are at BCC TV in downtown. Well, it's not downtown
Waterbury, yes.
But it's Waterbury, Connecticut. And if you'd like to talk to us, it's 203-753-7593 is the number here. As always, we want to thank Mike Albini and Big Al Coles in the back for helping us out and taking care of us. We haven't been here in a couple of weeks, and guys, we missed. We missed probably one of the biggest and best things of all that has happened around here in about 50-something years.
53 years.
53 years, yeah.
53
I
years.
remember it.
Yeah. I do not remember the Knicks winning.
I was 12 years old. I remember it.
Yeah. But what a great run by the New York Knicks, obviously, and 2 million people at the parade the other day, or estimated 2 million people.
Oh, yes.
Just a great run, and Marty, Dad, and I were talking about it on the way down, and just what a great, like I didn't pay attention to the first round, and I think that's when the Celtics got knocked out, something like that, because I root for the Celtics if anybody. Now I'm a Knicks fan.
Yeah. Well,
like half the world, I'm a Knicks fan now.
the first round, when you look at it, that's when everybody got nervous about the Knicks.
Yeah.
They lost two games to Atlanta.
Yeah, and was that a 5-game series?
That was a 5-game series. And as a matter of fact, I think they lost the first two.
Yeah.
Then they went 3,
Yeah.
4, and 4.
Right.
They had 11. Yeah. Then they took the first two against San Antonio, had them up a 13-game winning streak.
Yeah. Ended up 16-3.
Yeah.
They lost the first two, and then lost one to the Spurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
went to the Spurs.
Because they were 4-1.
Right.
In the finals. So that was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comebacks, all kinds of comebacks.
Yeah.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
comebacks.
Well, one of them was it was 27 or 29?
They were down by 29.
29 comeback. Yeah, we gave fun. We were watching a movie, so we said, let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
Movie's over, turned it on, and they won.
It just an absolute amazing.
Unbelievable.
You would
Unbelievable.
think that San Antonio, and then I know that the game 5 that they finished them off, they were also down by like 17 at one point.
Yeah.
And it was just like I would have much rather seen them win in New York, to be honest with you. They won that game obviously in San Antonio, but boy, San Antonio could not finish the deal, right? I mean, San Antonio gets those 2 games, and now you're looking at a 2-2 series. You're looking at a way different series, right?
And I hate to say this, and I'm going to word this right. It shows you that the refs and the NBA weren't able to fix the finals because they did everything they can to try and make, what's his name,
Wemby.
I mean, that guy should have been suspended for at least 2 games in the finals for all of his flagrant fouls. But the NBA said, "Oh no, we're not calling those. We're not calling them." Right. They were doing everything to try and give San Antonio the upper edge to win the game because they didn't want to suspend their. I'm sorry. Everybody says LMB is a dirty player.
Yeah.
This guy makes LMB look like a saint.
Well, I'll tell you what. The bottom line is they let them get physical. There's no doubt about it. And there probably should have been a lot more calls, right? Let's face it. But you know what? It's time to put the whistle away in the finals. Let these guys play unless they're flagrant craziness. We've always talked about there's too many fouls in basketball, and there just is.
Even in game 5 when they won the title.
Yeah.
I mean, he purposely put his in early in the third quarter. He purposely put his foot under Jalen Brunson's foot to try and injure his ankle so that he'd be taken out of the game. And they didn't call a foul there. They didn't even call a foul, not even a flagrant.
Well,
they didn't call a foul.
Let's not talk about dirty stuff. Let's talk about how great they were.
Absolutely.
The great comeback.
Absolutely.
The defense.
Like I said,
block
it
shots.
shows you,
Absolutely, Dad, I agree with you.
It shows you how great a team they were.
That's what I'm saying. And
They
overcame whatever
They
had to
played
Absolutely.
everything the NBA and the referees threw at them.
Right.
They battled through it, and they played even a
Absolutely.
better game.
And I agree with your dad. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
And you know what I'm saying is what I really loved about this was college basketball.
It seemed like it, yeah,
Defense, it
yeah.
was, they were shooting threes, they weren't going in, so they had to go to the paint.
Right.
So now when you go into the paint, you get defense.
Right. And
You get
Brunson-
rebounds, you get block shots,
yeah.
you get real basketball.
Right.
And this reminded me of UConn and Michigan game.
Well,
You know, it was that physical,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, I like to see them in streets 'cause that makes them go into the paint.
yeah. Well, I'll
And
tell you
at
what.
At one point,
yeah.
I think Brunson was 4 for 24 or something.
Wow. Yeah.
So he gave up on the threes at that point,
Yeah, yeah.
and really was started going in and scoring some points.
And if you notice when he went in, all his shots were high off the, and he practiced this high off the glass so that the guy couldn't block him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Well, he had to
he's-
go high against
Right.
Montembeek.
Yeah, that's
Well,
he-
well,
That guy is
What-
huge.
what-
And,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
he had like
7.4.
seven-
You won Miami,
he,
right?
he got
Yeah.
he got called 4 times for goaltending because he stuck his hand up through the net.
Right.
Yeah, I saw
tell
that.
you,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw a ball bounce back out, it's coming in, and all of a sudden it pops out.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing. And I agree with you, Dad. I hope that the regular season is starting next year is watchable and as fun as this run was. You know, I always watch the NBA playoffs. That's about all I watch, as you guys know. And I enjoyed, you know, I watched a lot of the early games. Like I said, I had interest in the Celtics. I had some interest in the other teams in the West, but the Knicks run was just tremendous. And don't get me wrong, I you know, I could care less about all the celebrities that are there and then, you know, that other garbage. But
Well, that's
you
the
know
New
what?
York crowd, yeah.
Absolutely. You know, Spike Lee was always there.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
a few of these other guys were always there. It's not like they just showed up, like you know, like Kelsey and
I
what's her
mean,
name there. You know,
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
She's
sure.
not a basketball
Yeah.
fan. She's never been to a game before, you know. But anyways, whatever. They got married this weekend, I think, in Watch Hill, as a matter of
But,
fact, Rhode Island.
I mean, I stopped watching the NFL. I mean, stopped watching the NBA about 15 years ago. I got tired of the way the game was being played.
Yes.
Right.
And
Old players,
and
you know,
I
35,
was
40
like,
years old.
I was like, there was
Right.
nothing you can do. There's nothing you could do to make me watch another NBA game. And once the finals started after the first game and hearing what happened, I got sucked in. I watched every single game.
Yeah. And you know what? I went out and I bought my grandson a Knicks hat so that when he moves forward, if he decides he wants to be an NBA fan, he's already a Knicks fan, whether he wants to be or not.
Well,
you
you
know?
like the Celtics. We used to buy him Celtics. jerseys.
Right. Well, I'm giving him a chance now. Whatever he wants to do, hopefully the Knicks will continue to be good. And it's crazy because we were talking about the NBA draft is the next couple of days, and it is in the mock drafts. It is said at the 31st pick that the Knicks are looking at caravans. How
I
cool
hope
would
they
that
pick
be
'em
if
up.
Caravan
Yeah.
ended up
That'd be
there?
great.
That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they don't need him right now, obviously, but you know, get some quality bench time, whatever. Who knows? You know, but that would be pretty cool for Alex Caravan to end up
Yeah.
with the Knicks. The only other thing about the NBA draft that I wanted to mention was in the mock draft. It says that the big man, obviously, Terrence Reed, number 29 at the Cavaliers. That's what they're saying.
Cavaliers,
So,
yeah.
we'll see tomorrow. It's tomorrow and Wednesday, the NBA draft. But yeah, I mean, what a just a tremendous run by the Knicks, and you know, watching that whole parade, and that's got to be cool. I know a guy in my golf league who's been a Knicks fan his whole life. You know, legitimate, grew up on Long Island, all
Did
that.
you go to the parade?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him, but he said he was going to the parade, and I can't even imagine. What do you do once you're there? I mean, is there anywhere to go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Is there anywhere to, you know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
It's kind of like, you know,
It-
going to
it,
the.
it depends on where you're set up. I was in New York for the '78 Yankees World Series parade.
Yeah,
and,
I'd like to do it once, but now I don't know.
And,
I would have liked to have done it once.
And where we were set up, there was like 80 porta potties set up
Yeah. Okay.
down one of the side streets. So
Yeah. No, okay. Well, I don't have anything else, guys. You got anything else on that tremendous run? I mean, it's, you know, Dad, you got
Well,
anything?
just saw,
Any stats or anything over there?
Jay Wright was this interview he talked about when he's coaching Brunson
Yes.
and that team.
Yeah.
And he says, you know, they're disciplined kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're kids. I don't know how old Brunson is. Probably 25, 26,
no-
maybe.
yeah, I
Very
don't know,
young.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's
Right.
25 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because he played with, was Nova a championship?
Yeah.
Yes, he won a
He-
championship
he's
with
on a
Villanova.
championship
Yeah.
team.
Hamhart, and Bridget all won
Okay,
a
I was wondering if you were
championship.
too. So this is a Big East. These are Big East
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I love to see these Big East kids. You know,
Right,
when,
yeah.
You know, they play hard. We know how the Big East plays.
Yeah.
And they won.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we actually talked about it, Dad, the week you weren't here. Marty and I were talking about the Villanova connection.
Yeah.
And then they won again without Bridges, I think it was. There was 3 of them the first win, and then
No,
2 years
I think-
later.
I think-
No. I know this because I looked it up. It was 3 the first time and 2 the second time, and I think there was 3-year difference or something.
yeah, but
Villanova, yes.
I think Hart was the oldest.
Oh, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't
think
know
Hart
who's
was the oldest, so I
right,
think-
Okay.
If I remember, it, Hart was the oldest.
So they're a Big East connection.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd love to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, it's great.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that they were saying, and the reason why everything blended right this year was, one, they all pretty much stayed healthy, and that Hart, Bridges, and Brunson turned around and said, "Hey, we're playing to win, one game at a time, but we play to win every game, and we do it as a family." And everybody bought into it.
It was great.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very
Well,
great.
it was
Excellent.
very watchable and very great run, and hopefully, we don't have to wait another 50-something years now that I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Another 50-something years. I don't think any of us
They're
will be here
talking
to
back
talk
to
about.
back.
And
Yeah.
let's play young players. So.
Yeah. We also missed out on the Carolina Hurricanes winning
Oh,
their
yeah.
second Stanley Cup title.
who cares?
Yeah, the first one was in 06, and the second one obviously was 2026.
Who cares? They couldn't do that when they were the Whalers because they didn't care about this state.
Four
Who cares about
four
the
games to
Hurricanes?
2 over the Vegas Golden Knights, and I was telling my dad Marty that I'm done being bitter about them leaving, but I'm not going to root for them either. I was rooting for Vegas, and it's a shame because you see them, they pan the crowd, and there's plenty of Whaler jerseys going
I
on.
wanted to
there.
see them. You know,
Yeah.
I rooted for the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
You know, wanting them to win because
Yeah.
they're still like grandparents of our Whalers. We have a connection.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
no
yeah.
connection with the team that plays in the desert.
I agree with you. No, I completely understand. I mean, I understand why people are bitter. We should have showed up when we had an opportunity, and we as fans did not. But the ownership, I don't think, did what they should have done either.
Well, that's
they
it.
should have
I mean-
built a place for them, or they should have did whatever they needed to do.
That's it.
And
The
you know
ownership-
that Boston and New York and New Jersey were glad to see us, lose our team. And you know what? The NHL said, "Hey, you know what? We're moving to the Sun Belt anyway, so let's do it." And it's been successful. Unfortunately, it has been successful.
But that's the thing, is New York and Boston do not want professional teams in Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's the reason why now you see the WNBA, the Connecticut Sun. This is their last season. They're going to Houston.
Yeah, but shame on them as well. You've said it as well, Marty. You know what? The WNBA should be in Connecticut, and if it weren't for UConn basketball, I think the WNBA would be hurting extremely bad. Would they exist? Of course they would exist. But you know what, Marty? I think it's a real shame. I agree with you. I think they need them to move them to Hartford, and this Mohegan Sun never worked.
Yeah, but here's where the thing is. When the team went up for sale, you had a Hartford business company, a Bridgeport business company, and some other companies, all with the governor, all willing to buy the team
Right.
and split their home games
Right.
between
Bridgeport.
Hartford and Bridgeport.
Right.
And WNBA said we don't want them in Connecticut.
Right.
That's what they said. They said basically state of Connecticut's not a big enough market. And when it comes to
And we're not.
what they don't think about when it comes to women's basketball, Connecticut is the biggest market you have.
I agree.
And they just basically
I-
thrown that down the tubes. I mean,
I think so too.
And I know a lot of my buddies that are fans of the WNBA said this is their last season of watching. They're not going to deal with it anymore.
Well,
really-
some would have done well if they'd gotten some of the UConn players.
Well,
if they
not
ever
only
got
that, Dad, but
Taurasi or something like that. I mean, that would have been a totally different ball game. You know, you
what?
never had the real big UConn stars.
I beg to
They had
differ.
Montgomery. They
I
had-
beg to differ only because people are not going to drive to Mohegan Sun on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday
Right.
night to watch a WNBA game. That's why they needed to be in Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport, wherever. Right, and it would have helped if they had UConn players. I agree.
And the governor and other big money people in the state of Connecticut knew that.
Right.
So when they put the bid in to buy the Connecticut Sun, the whole pretext was to mainly move them to Hartford.
I gotcha.
And
All right, well,
They
we're
could-
losing them anyways,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, Marty, I'm sorry. We have more important things to talk about than the Connecticut Sun. They're
Yeah.
leaving anyway.
but I mean, here's the funny thing, because
Wrap it up.
somebody said that WNBA is looking to expand,
Yeah.
and they want Connecticut to buy an expansion team.
To have another team. Unbelievable. All right, Dad, what do you got first? You got the World Cup or do you got the Travelers? What do you want to do? We got to do the Travelers because the Travelers is in Connecticut this week.
All right,
Yeah.
your choice.
And then,
Very
or
well.
no, or
First
the World
Wednesday.
Cup. Or the World Cup. Whatever you got
Well,
there
the only
first,
thing
Dad.
said about the World Cup is that it's a big tournament. There's 12 different divisions going on
Oh,
right now,
crazy.
and it's going to take a long time to get it down. So we're going to see a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's no problem about that.
Yeah.
And we're off to a good start. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing there. And as far as the Travelers, this weekend we got some big talent, big names coming.
Yeah.
And we had. Go to some of this list. over
$20
here.
million total purse
Yeah,
too, which is
21, yeah.
$3.6 million to the winner, which is Bradley Keegan last year, and he was a New England favorite because I believe he's from New Hampshire or Vermont. I want to say Vermont.
It doesn't say here.
Yeah.
But anyway, Schiefler is number one, and he's playing. And then of the top 10 golfers, we have Cameron is number three. We're number two. I guess we didn't get number two.
Yeah.
But number three is Cameron Young. Number four is Fitzpatrick. Henley's number five. Fleetwood's number six. Justin Rose number seven. Spawn number nine. Spawn, yeah. And Morikawa number 10. So we got 9 out of the 10
Yeah.
rated players that are coming here. So this is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if number 2 was McElroy. He just decided he didn't want to play this year.
Yeah, we're just missing that. You know, it has all their rankings here, and I'm missing number 2.
I'll tell you what, and there's some great names that you didn't even mention. That Jordan Spieth, Hideki Matsuyama, Ricky Fowler. I mean, they really Justin Thomas. Tony Finau, Shane Lowry, I mean, Justin Day. These guys are big names in golf, and they weren't
Yeah.
even on your list.
Well,
They're all scheduled to
Yeah,
appear as well.
they're all in 11, 12, 15, and
Yeah.
18. There's this thing about 20 or 25.
Wow.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody
Yeah.
wants to know all about the PGA,
Yeah.
Travelers, right here in newspapers. And
Yeah.
Newspapers Weekend's got everything you need to know.
Right, that would have been yesterday's paper.
Yesterday, well, it might have been the week before. 'Cause
Yeah.
I did have it. I was here last week, so
Right.
I might have saved it from last week.
Right.
But it's got everything you need to know about it, so check that out.
It's amazing because it really has become a big tournament, especially after a week after was it U.S.
US
Open?
Open.
U.S. Open yesterday. And I think that's one of the reasons that guys like Tiger and whatever never made it, right? Because
No.
it was the week after.
No,
right?
Tiger-
Now it's become a pretty marquee tournament.
No,
and the purse is big. And big names are coming, and I think they treat the golfers very, very well, and that's why they come here and they continue to come here.
You say you love Connecticut for some reason.
Yeah. Why do people love Connecticut so much? I
Well,
don't get
a lot
it.
of money here, right?
Yeah, there
It's just a big money state. You know,
Right.
we have the highest per person income in the country.
Really?
Yes, we
Jesus.
do.
It's not me.
Number one by thousands.
Yeah. Is that you, Marty?
$1,000.
Hey, man.
I don't think it's any of the three of us. is
No,
it?
it's all Gulf Coast.
Right, right. Right.
Not the golf, but the sound.
Right, the sound
Oh,
area,
the
right,
sound
right,
area.
right. Stanford
Yeah.
and all that.
That-
Yeah, heading down
What's
that way.
there? They
Right.
bring your way up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Marty. I'm sorry.
The reason why Tiger never played Travelers was it was the week before the British Open.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Right.
he goes, I'm taking the week off between the U.S. Open and the British Open,
Gotcha.
so that's why I'm not playing the Travelers.
And you know what? It would have been nice, but you know what? We never needed him, right? Let's face it. The tournament has survived
Yeah.
without him.
I mean-
and it is what it is. You know what?
Ticket
And-
prices are shot up.
oh my God.
Yeah, and
That's the thing is, right? If Tiger shows up, they would have made a hell of a lot more money.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think they're doing pretty well over there. I haven't been in years, but the couple
I know.
times I went, boy, it's fun over
I was
there. like
I was
that.
there a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and it was a great time.
It's a lot of
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
It really
Oh,
is. You know?
absolutely.
And it all starts on Wednesday with the Pro-Am. And then, which usually features, a ton of UConn players, right? I think Gino plays every year.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I don't know.
you
if
know,
I played
any
it.
celebrities they can get, ESPN folks, that kind of stuff.
I know 2 years ago, I think Roger Clemens played,
Yeah,
and Paul O'Neill, and there was that Yankee entourage. I think Gino was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I think Ray Allen plays every year.
Yeah, Ray Allen does.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure Ray Allen plays
Oh,
every
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
yeah.
big on Connecticut. He goes to the
Oh,
tournament
absolutely,
games, and
yeah.
NCAA.
Oh yeah,
really backs
he's
you
there
up.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if Ray Allen lived somewhere in Connecticut. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's still a very big, part of UConn basketball, and he should be, right?
Should be,
I mean,
It's too bad he never played any. They had that one playoff game. They lost to UCLA,
yeah,
100 to 96, and he scored like
yeah.
40 points in a
Yeah,
game.
he was not a champ, was he? He was
No,
not,
he lost.
never
They,
was
they,
a-
they lost. Yeah, it was Lead Eight, I think. He lost in Lead Eight.
Wow, you would have thought Ray
Yeah,
Allen would have
that
definitely.
was
been
his
one of them.
closest.
Yeah, wow, no kidding.
Yep.
Yeah. Just
96, I think. No,
What's that?
I think it was 96.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a game that was!
And he had a
right
great
down to the
NBA
wire.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a great NBA career. He was a great UConn player. I still say, in my eyes, Ray Allen will always be the best UConn player, that I've seen. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but boy,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
incredible. And then he went on, won
Oh, yeah.
with the Celtics. I think he won with the Heat too, did he not? I think he won a ring with the Heat.
Yeah,
could be wrong.
I think he was with the Heat with LeBron the last year that
Yeah, I think
LeBron
so, too.
won down there.
Yeah, I think so too. But I have to just shift back to the World Cup real quick because the Team USA right now is 2-0, right? Which they should be, right? They've beaten Paraguay and they've beaten Australia.
Yeah.
Their next game is Turkey on Thursday or Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, okay. And then they move on to they've already pretty much clinched Group D, and they're moving on to the second
knockout
round.
round.
The knockout round, yeah, the knockout round. I'm sorry.
And
But anyways,
no
the
one explained the
USA,
knockout. No one explained the knockout round to me.
Yeah,
Is
I know.
it one and done, or is it
No, it is-
best out of three?
Well, it does explain it, but it's very complicated.
Yeah,
Because there's number two teams and number three teams, and the first two teams automatically go in.
Yeah.
The third team is eliminated.
Okay.
And it's just it's
gonna
very
have to see it,
complicated.
yeah,
But
we're
we could do that next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how it all plays out.
I'll study it out.
Yeah.
And I'll try to simplify it a little bit. But this is what it's got. This is talks about.
Yeah,
It's all about the World Cup, and it's complicated. I've been reading. I've been trying to get through it, but
Yeah, it's
not
absolutely
easy.
amazing to me too because me and my dad and I were talking about it on the way down. Yes, there's a ton of people that are here, vacationing, watching these games and everything else. But how about all the Americans that are rooting for their nationalities? And I'm like, well, I think it's time to root for the United States of America, right? I mean, especially in our 250th anniversary
this-
year,
oh,
yeah.
and there's no
win the
reason.
World Cup would be fantastic.
Absolutely. There's no reason why the United States should not be competitive in soccer and world soccer anymore. Our kids have been playing I never did, but our kids have been playing
Oh, yeah.
for 20 years and now in this country. And you know what? It's time to raise the American flag, not your, Cape Verde's and, whatever, right? the United States, you know, even if they don't win this thing, they should go deep into this.
Yeah.
Well,
you
they
know?
expected to this year.
Right, and they
This is
should.
supposed to be our best team.
Right. It's time. I
But we
mean,
lost our best player though for now. I don't know how long he's out. He
Yeah.
sprained his leg. I guess when they were playing Germany or something before all these playoffs.
and they call them friendlies.
But they still won. They still won the 2 games.
Yeah.
Two good games. Two
Right.
good teams.
Right. It's amazing because I guess, you know, like we don't really understand this whole craziness of the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
But the World Cup is, you know, obviously it's the world game, and it's cool that it's here on our stage, pretty much, right? So, you know, I have my interest is piqued, and I will keep an eye on these games, and I'm gonna try to be a fan.
Well, we got like 12 American cities that are hosting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it's all going to end up in New York and Giant Stadium.
Yeah, on
But,
July 19th, I believe.
yeah.
is the
Yeah,
final
July
something.
19th is the final.
We got Philadelphia, we got LA. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah,
getting
and-
tourists. Everybody's coming in and seeing our country.
And that happened over the weekend. I was wondering when I was checking to get the baseball scores. I couldn't understand why the Phillies and the Mets didn't play on Friday, and it was postponed because of the soccer game going on in Eagle Stadium right next door.
Right. And from what I see, these fans are, you know, out of their minds, right? Let's
They
face
are.
it.
They
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
The only thing I can think is like an NFL Sunday, right? These people with flags all over them and painted
Oh,
faces.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
They had him
And
in
it's
Yankee
cool.
Stadium.
It
They
is
had
cool.
him in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. It is cool.
They came over after, I think it was France that played in East Rutherford. They came over to watch the game. They got their flag shirts on, and they're going nuts in left field, and they're jumping up and down. I mean,
Right. Well, we have 1 minute left, Dad. Did we miss any of your stuff left? I'm sorry, 30 seconds.
No, we're good here. Everything is, got everything in. I'll study up on the World Cup. I'll know a little bit more about it next week.
Yeah, me too. You know, so thanks for watching, everybody. Norm LaMadeline, Marty Mad Dog Murphy. I'm Matt LaMadeline. You know, enjoy your World Cup.